This is a Hot Pie Media original.
The Cowboys fans and face painters, you're already nervous, and you should be. And Jerry Jones is not making it any better. What is Jerry doing? I mean, he's really, I know he's old, and I know he's really old, okay? And he's slipping a little bit, but even by Jerry standards, it's early in the week, and the man is nonsensical. If you are, one day it would be interesting to interview. The guy is sincere. I always try to qualify everything about Jerry Jones, and I'm picking on the old guy. He's incredibly sincere. He wants it so badly. He'll do anything for a championship. He will. But it would be interesting one day to take like Mike McCarthy. I don't know if anyone's heard Mike speak in like 6 months, the head coach of the Cowboys, and say one day over a good glass of wine, what's that like to go to work that day and your boss is just babbling and is nonsensical and is saying everything that's supposed to be your job? Oh, what does that really feel like? And I guess the answer would be, hey, look, he throws his money at the team. He gives everything he can. And, it's just part of the job. You just sort of deal with it. The old guy's going to do what the old guy's going to do. But I really feel like collectively he should be scaring you by now. And I don't mean scaring you as in, is Jerry okay? I mean scaring you as you shouldn't feel any better about your team the more Jerry talks. The more Jerry talks, I feel like the betting line is going to start moving, although Vegas is smart enough to know not to factor in the old man. But in terms of fan pulse, he's starting to scare you because you feel his fear, you feel his apprehension, you can feel his confusion. The dude is legitimately worried they're going to be one and done. And he should be. Even though he's old and even though sometimes he doesn't make a lot of sense, he does know enough about the business. He knows enough about the game. And I'm here to tell you, I know a lot about the game, and you're in trouble. And the old man knows it. And you could feel it coming out. I don't know that it's going to matter for fans because players don't care. Trust me on this. They are cold and they are calculated and they show up and go to work. But my gosh, he's confusing and he is weird this week. He's more bizarre than usual. So Jerry has 75 radio shows, probably in any given day. I don't know. I'm staring at the guys who, first of all, look exactly like they host a talk radio show, right? They are. It's just, I know them so well. They're not even paying any attention. He's doing one of his interviews, and I defy anyone to tell the rest of the world what this old man is even talking about.
Now, issues of preparation, issues of reminding everybody, boy, these don't come along. This is the apex of what we're out here about. There'll be only one left standing. Let's give ourselves every opportunity. The issue of just continuing to emphasize not little things, but many things have to come together to have a good football play or have a good football game. Emphasizing the need to really realize that you're one and done if you miss. That's more the area of emphasis of just how important each practice is, how important each snap is in the ball game. So that's a long way of saying, look, everybody knows what's at stake.
Oh,
everybody knows.
God. It's your grandfather in a recliner. That's my grandfather in a recliner. Right there. My grandfather drove a trash truck. And at the end of the day, maybe a little liquored up too, he'd get in that recliner, and I swear he made no sense. The more that recliner goes back, the more nonsensical the speech. Those guys hosting that show, one's like texting his wife, the other guy's playing crossword puzzles, some other guy's, I don't know, downloading porn, who knows? No one is paying attention to the old man. He is just rambling. He's rambling, Cowboys face painters, because he's worried. Yeah. You got the worst draw you could get, honestly. It is, people try to make football complicated. It's not. Football is a game of one-on-one matchups. It's like basketball, bigger field, more people. Everything is one-on-one. It's not some play. It's not some scheme. It's not, all that stuff. It is one-on-one. Your guy shoves that other guy. Game over. John McClellan is the co-founder and creator of ATX Hot Sauce, now in all 50 states and several retail outlets as well. So what we're going to do today is we're going to let this social media rock star chef walk us through 4 different sauces, and then I'll taste, and we'll tell everyone why they should buy. You can give the science behind these, and then I'll make the simple recommendation. Go to atxhotsauce.com. All right,
so let's go. I don't think anybody's heard the website.
Yeah, I know.
By you, Jeff, but it is atxhotsauce.com.
I'll say
it
345 times, atxhotsauce.com. So let's do it.
I brought 4 flavors here, and we're going to test your palate today. Okay. And I only brought 4 because I didn't think you could handle 5 or 6.
Yes,
probably a smart move. Yeah. And so the first one we're going to try here, it's called Beet Heat. And just like the name implies, it has beets in it. It's made with red Fresno peppers. Red Fresnos are red peppers that are they're hotter than a jalapeno and a little bit less than a serrano. So not super hot here, just a lot of really good flavor. So we're going to start with this one, and then we're going to move up the chain.
Okay. I've had the Beet Heat, but okay.
Yeah, we're going to try it though.
It goes well with a cab. All right, Jeff's savoring Beet Heat.
I'll even do it with you, so that should be all right. Now remember, it is hot sauce.
Yeah. Oh, it is. It's hot sauce. Trust me, man.
Wait, is that one hot to you?
No. A little.
Yeah. The great thing with the fermentation process is you get a bunch of the flavor right up front.
Yeah.
And then the heat comes, but then it dissipates pretty quickly, especially with the red Fresnos. This is not a very spicy one, but it is a very tasty one. Goes on great on sandwiches.
Beet Heat.
Beet Heat. B-E-E-T. Heat.
All right. Go to atxhotsauce.com.
That's right.
They drew the worst matchup at this point they could. And I think the old man, who really probably at various times this year felt like, and for good reason, they've been surprisingly good. The old man, and this is where I think you have to have empathy for Jerry Jones. That old man wants that trophy one more time that does not go to Jimmy Johnson. I want mine. I've spent a bunch of money. I've made a bunch of money. I turned a franchise from $180 million to $5 billion. I built the Taj Mahal of goofball stadiums. I drafted Dak Prescott. I want mine. I'm old. I can't make any sense. I wear diapers. Give me mine. That's what's going on. And I can't blame him. And he wants it so badly. And he feels like he knows enough about the football business. It is such a razor-thin margin to keep winning. He knows right now. He thinks he's got everything he needs, and he knows how quickly he can slip away. And the man is terrified for good reason. They are one and done. He even said it. I don't think the players don't listen to stuff like that. They go to work. I don't even know what his coach listens to. The man cannot do simple math, but whatever. Jerry's rambling, recliner rambling, I'll call it, is reason for you to be worried. You got a terrible matchup. The question then would be if they are, in fact, one and done. Okay? If they are one and done, and I would say if I were in Vegas, but I'm about to be in Vegas, and I'm going to bet against them. Sorry, it's a bad matchup. I'll be pleasantly surprised if Dallas wins. It's good for my business if Dallas wins, but it's a bad matchup, and the old man knows it. If they're one and done, is the season a failure? Yeah, probably. Mostly. Yeah. You heard that from him. Does he fire his coach, who apparently doesn't speak and has no idea of the simple concept of addition and subtraction? Does he fire Mike McCarthy if they're one and done? Yeah, I think he does. I think the old man goes crazy. I do. I think he just flips out if they lose. His face might completely shatter. It's plastic now. It's just going to shatter. I think this is could be one and done, could be such a sad downer for him. because he probably was reconciled to the idea that I'm never going to get another championship. Then all of a sudden things started to go well. Then he gets Dak Prescott, makes him the highest paid player in the game. He's a very good player. I'm not going to say great, but he's a very, very good player. He's everything to like. He's the ultimate warrior. He's a great employee. He's the face of the franchise. All of a sudden, Jerry's feeling like, you know what? I got something here again. This is all going to come my way all over again. Take that, Jimmy Johnson. And then they draft. His son is running the franchise very well, by the way. He really is. But Jerry wants to sit back and get that trophy. And at various times this year, I think he's really thought, hey, wow, I'm going to get it again. It's going to happen. And now all of a sudden, I think he's staring at this game coming up against the 49ers, which is a horrible matchup. It's like football from 1965 meets football in 2021. It is a terrible matchup. A nerd like me who football is nothing but science, it is a fascinating setup. But the man is terrified. Oh no. After all this, what if I'm one and done? What if I'm one and done? It's the sad moment. That old man is now realizing if I lose this game and I'm the favorite and I'm at home and everything was set up and oh my gosh, this is a dangerous game. That team, like, where did they come from? How do they play like it's 1975? I'm scared. And he's going to be sad. He's going to be really sad. First, he's going to be angry and fire people. Then he's going to be sad if they're one and done. You know what he said about the 49ers? On top of all the other nonsensical stuff, I don't even know I think I know what he's trying to say. They're a tough matchup because of the way they play. I think that's what he's trying to say. But he said this on his 300th radio show. They come in tested. They come on. They'll be tough. They're a real mess. They're a mess to deal with out here on Sunday. Poor guy.
From the Hot Pie Media Studios in Austin, Texas, it's The Jeff Ward Show. Listen at jeffwardshow.com.